Om, 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 Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Brahma Miristriparan Takare, Banu Shashi Bami Sito, Buddha Sha Guru Sha Shukra, Shani Rahu Keteva, Sarve Graha Shanti Kara Bhavantu, Om, Om Trayambakam Yajambahe Sukande Pushti Vardhanam Uruvar Kamiva Bandhanam Rityor Mokshi Amamrita, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Tat Sat. And greetings! Welcome to another episode of Cosmic Kev 100, your weekly astro video zine. This one is for August 16th through the 22nd, 2024. So what we've got now is we have a sun in Leo. It'll be in both systems tomorrow, for Friday actually, Friday the 16th, where this begins. So. And it's in a lunar mansion. The sun's in a lunar mansion called Maga that's ruled by Ketu. And Ketu is about working on your intuition, working on your past life karma. And in this particular part of the sky that the sun's going through, Maga, and Mercury's there as well right now, it's about getting that information, about the older people, the grandparents, the great-grandparents, the parents if they've gone away, and being able to have that. Also, it's about getting support for yourself. Now, looking at the sky today, the moon is in the constellation of Sagittarius, and it's in a lunar mansion known as Purva Ashada. Now, Purva Ashada has a connotation with Venus in some ways, even though it's all within the constellation of Sagittarius. It's a Venus-ruled nakshatra. And its ruling deity is Apis, which is considered the water god. So for those of you probably in the eastern half of the country or in the southwest, this could be more rain, monsoonal flow, hurricanes, that type of thing. I mean, even up in Shasta County, they had a little rain a couple days ago, so not too far from here. And we need that after the horrendous fire a few weeks ago. We're welcoming any kind of moisture we can get. One of the things about Purva Ashada is its symbols are the winnowing basket or a fan. A fan can be an act of aggression on heat. A winnowing basket is an act of aggression on grain. To get the sweeter, white rice, get rid of that sheath. And so this was a day where people would pick battles, we've got Jupiter and Mars together, and so a lot of times we have to keep in mind, whether you're looking at this sidereally in Vedic astrology or in Western astrology, it can help you to get physically stronger, but it also could make people more hot-headed and careless in some ways. But I like the positive notion, people getting stronger, increasing your physical vitality. Don't, take it out in the gym, take it out on your yoga mat, breathe. And hang out in the water, enjoy the water and watery activities. And this is a full moon on a Monday, folks. It happens at 11. There's going to be a full moon. I'm jumping ahead of myself. That's what Mercury retrograde can do to you. Go figure, right? Yeah, so I'm jumping ahead of myself here, and I'm like, there's a full moon Monday morning at 11:26 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And it's where we see the moon in a lunar mansion known as Dhainista, which is half Capricorn, half Aquarius. It's in the Aquarius part, so it's an Aquarius full moon in both systems. But this Dhainista moon relates to music. It relates to our personal loneliness. It's ruled by the 8 Vasus, and these Vasus bring wealth, and they bring a sense of musical harmony. The symbol for Dhainista is the drum. It could be the drum of Shiva. Also a flute. It could be the flute of Krishna. And so what it is that these are mostly instruments that are used in accompanying somebody, although I have a beautiful Indian music of just flute and tabla drum, and it is exquisite. And it's called Venu or something. It was recorded in Marin County in the mid-70s. It's just an amazing musical masterpiece. And but normally there's a loneliness to playing just a drum alone or a flute alone, and we long for things, and sometimes we can blame other people for what we're not getting and for our loneliness. And really, we just need to learn to love ourselves. This is the full moon really about learning self-love, and then these 8 qualities of goodness that the sun brings out, we start to abide by them. So all of this is in Dhainista. And also all the Mars-ruled nakshatras are half earth, half air. And so this is why Mars is also called a logician. He's all about the logic. So logic runs pretty strong, I would say, in the lunar mansions of Mrigashira, Shitra, and Dhainista. And they also have some kind of like creative gift that seems to come with them too. So anyhow, that's my take. Love one another, good time to journal, easy time to get lost and to have to do things over again because of Mercury retrograde. And it's going to be kind of weird and dreamy like that even after Mercury goes direct on the 28th. So, just hang in there, folks. I appreciate you. And I think one of my teachers, Kapil Raj, was saying, don't talk about politics. People get really upset, and I get it. They're focused on different issues, economy, integration, security, minority rights, government benefits. There's a whole list of things that are probably going to be hurt no matter what happens. As Native Americans said, oh, you're talking about those 2 wings on the same bird? Yeah. Oh, but when someone's, it's like, oh God. I love Pema Chandran because she says, drive all blames into one. Drive all blames into one. And what that really means is that it's only our own fault for whatever happens. We can't get out of this mess unless we do things differently. And most people are too scared to do anything differently. That's the part that really hurts my feelings. It's like, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So there we go. I think that's enough right there. So we're going to go sign by sign in the Western zodiac by your sun sign, rising sign, moon sign, whatever you know. If you know them all, then you're really doing good. So with that in mind, let's talk Aries talk. Greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. I think you're going to be in the public eye a lot this weekend. I think you're learning how to be a more courageous person and find out who your friends are in the neighborhood. Make peace with brothers or siblings you had growing up. Mars can be a peacekeeper too. Not every cop is a bad cop. And I'll admit, yes, I do not like them playing good cop, bad cop. I don't like psychological warfare on people. It really bothers me. And we're under more of it today than we've ever have been because of AI and there's just so much of a sophisticated focus on mining information and doing all these things to people. And I don't think either of the 2 major parties are going to do anything to stop that. I wish that wasn't the case, but I see how they handle things. They're not very comfortable with conflict or anyone not supporting them. So it's just, I know it's for us older folks, it wasn't like that 50 years ago. It just and it's there were problems, but somehow we worked them out. And well, Aries, you're going to make it happen. I see that. And do you know how to speak from the heart right now with Mercury retrograde and Sun is, in the fifth house, so your children, these things count a lot, and, get yourself a nice outfit for school or work. Here we go. See, I'm not complete anti-consumerism, I'm just anti the wrong kind of consumerism. Oh, God. Greetings, Taurus, welcome to your horoscope. Talk a little Venus talk now. They say Venus is debilitated in Virgo, but that don't bother you. It's like, that's all right, mama, any way you do. Because Venus is in your fifth house, so you're more creative than usual. You're expressing your love more freely, and there's just a relaxed sense of beauty around you. It's still a good time to honor your parents. This is the last week of the sun going through your fourth house. So this is the last week of Leo in Western astrology. It actually goes into Virgo, the sun on Thursday at 7:55 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I mean, that's the earliest I've ever seen the sun go into seasonal Virgo. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your forecast. Danger, Will Robinson. Yes, it's Mercury retrograde and all those wonderful things. Mercury's in Leo right now. That's your third house. So actually, you're going to do some good communication. It's a good time for journaling. This is a good time to dig up your family history of you and your siblings, writing a comedy skit out of the whole thing. We have to lighten things up in our life. We really do. In order for us to successfully negotiate the magical potential that's there for all of us, is we have to leave behind our attachment to our pain. Oh! And we get used to stuff, it's like the elephant who always was on a chain, they take the chain off, the elephant doesn't move. I want us all to be unchained. I want us all to be free. And I want you to be free, and with Jupiter and Mars in your first house, hey, you might be one of the freest people around there. And you've got some pretty wild, futuristic dreams and ideas of what's going to happen. Well, share them with us. And remember, Mercury's still retrograde until the 28th, so, and it's going to be a little wonky, trust me, for a week or two after that. Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay, we've got Moon in Capricorn this weekend. That means a romantic weekend for you. You'll be in the mood, and in a good mood. And there's a lot on your plate. Publicly, maybe you're going back to school. It's going to require some discipline. Maybe things got a little confusing in that department. You're going through some transformation, some changes. You've got kind of an eccentric group of friends right now, or they're flipping out about whatever. And sometimes you just have to watch your back. I mean, I think really when I see Mars and Jupiter in the 12th house, I say become an active prayer warrior. I've seen prayer change things for people, even regardless of what their faith or denomination is. I think God hears everybody. And maybe you don't believe in God, and that's okay. If that makes you more comfortable and you feel happy with that, that's good. I just want you to be happy. Why can't everybody be happy? All right, greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. Oh yes, kids say the darndest things. One time my daughter was having a little bit of a hard time, and my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, just was like, "Why can't you be happy?" It's a loaded question. It's kind of judgy. Leo, Mercury's in your first house, so greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. Sun's in your first house. You're in your heart. This is your season, but it is kind of a wonky season with the Mercury retrograde. Venus is in Virgo. So it's easy to want to spend money right now for you, and It's easy to want to have a little luxury, eat a few more sweets, the things. You want the things. And a little bit of focus on family. Moon Capricorn, might be like stay at home, do work kind of thing. Your whole idea of relationships in life has changed a lot. Pluto now in your 7th house. Oh my gosh. When I did the Vedic chart for the full moon coming up, it was like Libra was the rising sign, and then on the Navamsa chart it was Libra rising too. So I'm really thinking that we're going to learn to be more diplomatic. We're going to learn to approach our relationships better. I know this seems almost impossible in this age, but I believe that. So maybe that gift of peace be upon you and all you encounter. And if you're a Leo who's into sports, team sports, this is a great time, great opportunity right now for that. Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. So Virgo, you got Venus in the 1st house right now. It's kind of sweet. It's like nerds are in. Nerds are sexy. I mean, they even have like sexy nerd sites. And there's other sites out there that I don't even want to know about because it's frightening. Yeah, it's just like, how far from nature do we have to remove ourselves before we realize how sick we really are? It's like nature heals us, nature loves us. Let's go back to nature. Let's see that natural world take over in a good way. Let's talk to you, Virgo. So, like moon in the 5th house this weekend, lovely. You're going to get a lot of love. You're going to feel and notice things that you hadn't noticed before. These are going to be positives. We all could use a few more positives. So, big up for all the positives for Virgo. And your season starts Thursday morning at 7:55 a.m. Boom, suddenly it's Virgo. And so all that kind of scarier, stuff you don't know about, it'll start to dissipate. Now Mercury's still retrograde. It's in Leo, it's in the 12th house. I mean, I would pay attention to my dreams. I'd still kind of stay isolated a little bit, allow that alone time with yourself. Okay, greetings Libra, welcome to your horoscope. Here we go. So South Node's in Libra, North Node's in Aries. There's just a sort of like, you're coming into the world to heal your family karma. That's part of it. I was like looking at these mantras for K2, which is the south node of the moon, and that's really close to where your where the Spica, it has a relationship with the Spica, which is like kind of the middle of Libra in Western astrology, the Spica star. So I'm just thinking, we're dealing with a lot of interesting karma that you don't always know about. Venus in the 12th house, good time to be isolated, good time to go to a spiritual retreat, pray more, doing work to help other people. I mean, in a more mundane and kind of darker side, it could be like the secret love affair or something, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. We get ourselves in trouble, people, all the time. Mars and Jupiter, it is what it is. It's a way of cultivating more physical energy, having adventurous kind of danger travel or something, the road less traveled, I would say, but you learn deep stuff. Greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. Unusual relationship. If you're in a relationship, Uranus brings out kind of the quirky and the unusual in your partner or in your partnerships or in the people you meet or even the way you operate at work to some extent, because the 7th house relates to work, being 10 houses away from the 10th house. What did he just say? Well, anyhow, Venus is in the 11th house, so it's kind of flirty out there. It's like, hey, I'm having fun, I'm looking good, I'm at a party, and it's a good time. Mercury in the 10th house. So what you say at work, you have good ideas right now. Things are going to get refined because Mercury's retrograde. So we just need to accept that. So let's check out where Mars is at. So Mars is in your 8th house, so is Jupiter. So your knowledge of the mystery and the mystical stuff is more enhanced, more expanded than ever. And this is also a time to be patient, but also to ask for help when you need it. And the Sun moving into Virgo at the end of the week is going to feel a lot less responsible, more comfortable, and some rewards and money is going to start flowing into Scorpio's life. Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your horoscope. Well, it's the Jupiter-Mars thing. So, I would imagine if you're a Sagittarius woman, there's probably more male attention than usual because Jupiter and Mars are ostensibly male planets. And Mars is a little more aggressive. It's kind of the wham bam, thank you ma'am type of guy. Jupiter's more like solid, it's going to move slow, it's got a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of spiritual knowledge, deserves respect. Kind of makes the best husband actually. So there's these two types of people. And there's females with these traits too. So I don't want to be like all gender exclusive type of thing. But, I also don't want to see well, never mind. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just glad, when I was a kid there were vending machine cigarettes, kids could there were vending machine porn magazines, there's always been some kind of danger out there. And Sagittarius laughs at the face of danger. Yes, they do. But the limits are with your parents at home. There's some deep family stuff happening. You're showing some good creative ideas. Leo time's been actually just a golden time for you. Well, greetings Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. This weekend was made for you. Moon's in Capricorn. This is your turn to shine, and maybe your turn to feel all the feels and what works for you. And for me today, like the feels, since my moon's in Capricorn, in Western astrology, was to play a little Blind Faith. It's an old band from the 60s with it's one of those super groups with like Eric Clapton and Ginger Baker and Stevie Winwood, and there was just sort of this Jack Bruce, and I think that's all who's in it. I'm not sure, but I might be wrong. But anyhow, there was a song about had to cry today, and it was like, yeah, I feel that. Sometimes we have to cry. But here's the good news: is that you've got a lot of energy to improve things. You've got a lot of energy to help other people right now. Leo time, generally speaking, is a time of transformation for you. And even this Mercury retrograde, it's causing, some delays. Studying art, studying other cultures, other languages, finding beauty in someone who's very knowledgeable and spiritual. That's part of the theme for you today as well. And this will be good, and things will be even better as the sun goes into Virgo next week, or on Thursday rather. Greetings Aquarius, welcome to your horoscope. Well, having Pluto in the first house, I can tell you, it gives you some pretty awesome insights. But it also gives you a view that other people aren't seeing. It's like walking around with x-ray glasses. Kind of makes you seem like you're creepy. But it's just that you know things now, Aquarius. You know things that are considered forbidden knowledge. It's like that Area 51 kind of stuff, And those people that knew too much and then they disappear, that always bothers me. It's like, why can't people just know things and just everybody be chill with what they know? I don't, Well, Cosmic K, I'll tell you what, I heard one guy say once, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. It does. We're seeing it. Even absolute power in a robot is bad. It's probably even worse. It's cold-hearted. So, just try to be in your loving space. You can be very diplomatic, Aquarius. You've got insights. And I mean, I think there's sort of this season of love right now and heart opening for you. And I mostly think it's going to be good. Okay. Greetings, Pisces, as we wrap this thing up. I mean, you've had some limits. You've got some really strong spiritual values and vision of where you want to take the world. And by the end, by Thursday, Sun's going to be in the 7th house. There's going to be the sense of peace. Venus is in your 7th house. There's a sense that you're really lovable, and that you're going to inspire more love, not only in yourself but for other people right now. Weekend looks social. It looks fun. It looks happy. If there's like a full moon party on Monday night, you know, on the moons, it'll be a waning full moon by then. But you know, you'll be the one getting in on it, enjoying it, no doubt. And thank you. I want to just thank the people who have commented to me on this show. You know who you are. You know, from word to chat to this guy that wants to know more about my Sanskrit prayers. One of them I did today after my usual prayer to the planets was a Shiva prayer that it helps you with courage, and I forgot the name of it, but it's pretty famous yogic prayer, and I'm hoping for more courage to love, more courage to forgive, more courage to be generous, more courage to move forward, more courage to be inclusive. That's the world I want to see. I pray this for you. Please subscribe. I'm hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers. Share it. Hit the bell notification. Keep the comments coming. You are beautiful, and I believe in you. Thank you.